Ugh! This is no place for breastfeeding! Keep your kid quiet or I'll kick her out! The waitress shouted, pointing at my crying daughter. I was nursing my baby while waiting for my order when suddenly, the angry waitress tore the tablecloth from the table. Cover up! You're spoiling everyone's appetite! She yelled angrily in the empty cafe. I waited for my order for ages. I took your food to the bathroom. There's a table for people like you. The waitress dragged me from the table. I didn't have time to cover up after feeding when suddenly saw the flash of a camera. The waitress posted my picture online. All right, they invented breast pumps for people like this. I begged her to delete the photo. She just laughed in my face. Then she called security and kicked me out of the cafe. At the doorway, I started feeling woozy. I hadn't eaten and my blood sugar dropped. I held my baby tight and then blacked out. Instead of helping me, the waitress filmed me. Don't fake it for sympathy. Thank goodness for passersby who called an ambulance. When I returned to work after the hospital, I was in for a shock. I got fired after they saw that waitress video. We can't have an employee walking around topless, my boss said flatly, not giving me a chance to explain. After my husband left, I was already broke. When I lost my job, I couldn't pay the bills. I was already a month behind on my rent. The landlord kicked me out with a small baby. I sat on a bench crying while feeding my daughter. The owner of the cafe came out to me. I was sure he'd chase me away. Instead, he invited me inside. We have a special breastfeeding room. Surprised by such a different attitude toward me, I wrote a long post on social media. I told people everything that went down when I was in the bathroom in an empty cafe feeding my hungry daughter. My post went viral and caused a storm of emotions. A motel owner offered me temporary accommodation. A boss who had a small child offered me the perfect job with a higher salary and better conditions. That's when I realized I didn't need to keep silent. I shared my story on a talk show. There's nothing shameful about breastfeeding. I don't have to hide in the bathroom like I'm breaking the law. My message got a lot of support. 3 years later, I gave birth to a baby boy as a happy wife of that cafe owner. In the hospital, I realized karma works. Go figure I'd met that evil waitress. She'd got pregnant and lost her job. When she had twins, she lost her husband. She couldn't breastfeed anymore due to stress. She listened in tears to the cries of her hungry babies. She was walking around hoping someone would feed her children. She walked in my room and saw me. Please share your milk with my children. She begged me in tears, holding out the breast pump. I promised to never let anyone humiliate me again. Still, I couldn't let those kids starve. I pumped some milk for her babies. Burying the hatchet, I extended a helping hand.